And we're about to get into this one. It is an old school CTWC battle. The left well legend himself, David Vulich, returns to competitive Tetris for the first time in 6 years. Truly an outstanding moment we're about to witness here. And his dance partner for this one is an old foe that he once played at a CTWC in his last competitive matches, Frank Westphal, who we recently saw at the CTWC bronze bracket a couple of months back. Will make his Tetris Friendlies debut as well, so this should be a good one. And of course, going to be joining me in the booth is a man that is a CTWC legend in his own right. He has been calling matches there for a very long time, and he knows these guys. He's seen them in action. I believe they were there his first year he was doing it. Chris Bidwell, of course, my partner in crime, will be here to call this one and the main event. So I'm stoked. He'll be here in a few moments. Meanwhile, help yourselves as the king gets it set up. Let's take a look at the excellent talents of these two players and learn a little bit of their history.
One interesting fact about Frank Westphal down in the bottom left is that he holds the world record on the Nintendo World Championships cartridge. And in fact, he won a tournament on the Nintendo World Championship reproduction cartridge. And one thing I've noticed in these tournaments, never count out a Nintendo World Champion. Those guys are dangerous. They have ice in their veins.
So Frank is at a tough spot. The transition looming. He's trying to open up that well. He has one line left before the transition. And Robin transitions at 365,000 and a nice manageable stack.
Nice little sequence for Frank of pieces to open up the right side just as he transitions. You don't want to go out. I don't think anyone comes to Portland saying, I'm going to top out on 15 in game 2. But look at this now. Set up for a Tetris. And if you get a long bar right now, it's just not going to be able to get one.
He's going to open it back up. Keep a nice
There
safe.
it is.
Nice. Boom!
Wow.
Tetris for Frank.
I've been playing Tetris for like 20 years.
I don't even want to know how many hours I played Tetris.
I play like non-stop.
The one trick
The training Tetris seems to be always almost dead.
Pieces look so simple, but then the game actually is so deep.
I daydream during the day. I'll sit and play Tetris in my head. I have Tetris dreams.
Things are changing. It's really fluid. Always like morphing.
I think 4 or 5 steps ahead.
Moving faster than onlookers can actually perceive the game.
From what I've heard, she got the magic fountain. Unless he's like finger-tapping God.
Tetris giants are just throwing pieces at you as hard as they can.
Stacking tetraminos, gambling without casinos. Did I make the right move or should I backtrack like Al Pacino? The heat is on, level 19's a ticking bomb. Time waits for no man, damn Alex Pajitnov. And TSC, worse than PAL if you ask me. No time to think, you might lose the game if once you blink. I'm on the brink, my pace is close to 1,000,000. Gotta Tetris real quick before the bricks hit the ceiling. Fuck the Z's and the S's, all I need is an I. 50-piece drought, got me asking Tetris God, why do you hate me? Do you just not want me to succeed? I play this game so goddamn much, my thumbs start to bleed. Give me the pieces that I need for a max game. Sitting in this chair so much, develop back pain. Back to the main point of the shit, score a Tetris. A perfectionist who's reckless, combination plus I'm restless. Invested too much time to turn back, I gotta prove it. One of the best in the world, but if I slip and lose, it could be eliminated in the round of 32. I didn't fly out to Portland, Oregon just to lose to you. Time running out. Is it too late? Only the strong survive. No one escapes brick by brick. I gotta make it. One false move, you lose. Reset the game, kid. The goal is a max. I know how to stack. Filling in the gaps to put my city on the map. Fresno, California, got 2 of the best. The Vulich brothers do it big, representing the West. I don't tap on controllers, use one button to flip. I'm not bluffing, I max out, it's what I predict. It's like a movie, I stick to the script. If my brother can do it, then I'm the next on the list. Gotta make quick decisions, no second guessing. Long bar drought and Swiss cheese got me stressing. Now I gotta burn some singles and doubles, maybe a triple if I'm lucky, just to stay out of trouble. Put in the work, one last thing I gotta prove. You're screwed if you can't play on 19, you're gonna lose. Getting loose is what I'ma do. Portland, Oregon, yeah, we're coming for you. Time running out. Is it too late? Only the strong survive. No one escapes brick by brick. I gotta make it. One false move, you lose. Reset the game, kid. Time running out. Is it too late? Only the strong survive. No one escapes brick by brick. I gotta make it. One false move, you lose. Reset the game, kid. Time running out. Only the strong survive. Brick by brick. I gotta make it.
All right, here we go, baby. It's time for this next matchup on Tetris Friendlies Revolution, and it's going to be a good one. On the left-hand side is the young man that you saw in the video that was talking about being brick by brick, keeping all those pieces where they belong. He hasn't played competitive Tetris in quite some time, 6 years to be exact. And he is ready to go to give it another shot and get in there to get some comp games in. Making his Tetris Friendlies debut tonight, here's the left-well master, the left-well legend, David Vulich. And on the right-hand side, his opponent, there's a man he knows well from those 6 years ago that they once played. He is a CTWC veteran that we've seen many times over, and most certainly is ready to go and give it a shot tonight against this foe from 6 years ago. He is also Nintendo World Championship tournament winner back in 2016. And we'll see if he's got the stuff. It's Frank Westphal. I'm very excited for this match. This is going to be a good one. It's going to be a lot of fun. We get to see these two guys in action. And joining me in the booth here is a guy that is a living legend that we've seen a number of times here on Tetris Friendlies, commentating big matches with me. And he is back here again once more. It is Chris Bidwell. Chris, my man, how are you tonight?
Kingsman, what's up? Glad to be here. Hope you're having a good holiday month.
Yeah, it's going well.
Kick out 2021 and hope for a better 2022. And what a way to do it here. 6 years, my God. That's a CM Punk level of anticipation of a return.
Basically, yeah, it most certainly is. And in fact, I can't wait. Once I get David set up here, we will get this going. So, Chris, how you doing, man? I'm glad that we're having you back here.
I was so happy I got that message. You asked me to do this finale for the year in this match and in the upcoming Green Tea match. You know, I watch on the sidelines. I see 2 million being broken. I thought that'd be something for next year, and we've already seen it before the end of this year. So this crazy scene just keeps rolling faster and faster and faster, and upwards and onwards. And who knows where the rocket will reach by the end of next year. But I am just happy to be a part of any part of this scene, and I'm, like I said, happy to be here. So how are these two players doing PB wise? We got Pumpy Heart in chat. Let's
You know, I'm so glad you asked that, Chris. Let's take a look. I actually did put some time and effort. I forgot to show it on one of them today, but we have a little somewhat of a tail of the tape. Ben was making fun of it earlier today. But we have a tail of the tape to take a look at our players here. So there you go. You got David Vulich. Personal best, a 1.1 million score in this game. His CTWC record is at 2-2. He's been there at 2013 and 2015. As mentioned, 2015, he got to play Frank in the round of 32. And I believe you said before that 2015 was the year that you started hanging out, right, Chris? Is that correct?
Indeed, that was my first year commentary. I had played in 2013, missed out in 14. They asked me to be on commentary team in 15 because Chris Tang was doing it all himself. That was in the days we were just a group of guys kind of hanging out in the corner of the convention center. Didn't get a whole lot of traffic back there for my outsiders, but lots of things can happen in 6 years.
So there you go. You see he's got a level 25 max out. We call him the Left Well Legend for that reason. He played Terry Purcell in his last match at CTWC in 2015, the round of 16.
Wow.
And, of course, we got to hear his beautiful song, the Brick by Brick, that he and his brother Danny Vulich put together. Is outstanding. A lot of people started to pick that up again, and they love it. It's a great theme. Maybe we should get him to sing it at a CTWC down the road, huh?
Representing Sacramento.
Yeah, Fresno, California.
Fresno. God darn it.
You're close, Chris. You're close. So he'll be taking on, of course, Frank. You see Frank right there. His Twitch handle is Riz1010. His personal best is 13,000 over the million points. His CTWC record is 0-7, but that doesn't really talk about his gameplay. He's a very good player. He's just been going up against tough opponents, as you can see. Notable foes in the rounds he's played is Ben Mullen, Jeff, and Robin Mihara. I mean, those are no easy players to take on. And he most recently was in the bronze bracket that you called with Grand Designs, Chris. So you got to see him most recently, and how did he fare?
I think he was eliminated in the first round, but that kind of happens. But anybody who made the bracket at all this year, the cutoff was around 800,000, I believe. Like Jeff didn't even make the bracket, I don't believe. Or yeah, Jeff did. I'm it's only been 2 months, but I'm so hazy on the details of who got in, who got out. But I remember the bronze bracket cutoff was probably around where was above anywhere the live tournament cutoffs had been in previous years. So that's the exponential growth of this thing. And next year it's probably going to be about 3 million cutoff for the wood bracket. That's what I'm guessing now. I mean, you can never, whatever prediction that you have, it's going to get blown out, so you might as well just aim for the moon.
Very true, indeed. All right, so it looks like David has figured it out. He's got the settings done, so that's good. I'm just trying to get Frank refreshed. It was looking good for a moment, and now we're having some trouble here. So, folks, we're gonna get this match coming up very shortly. So stick with me and Chris. We will get this happening. Don't you worry.
I mean, I barely remember David from 15 because back then we didn't commentate and record all of the matches. We had a side stage, but we would just announce winners. So if you had asked me to, like, I knew David from the theme song, obviously, but if you'd asked me to, like, point out a picture of him, I'd be like, I don't know what he looks like. So it's just, it's amazing. What a find for this. And I'm glad he's back hanging out and killing some bricks, and he's going to show us some left well work.
Indeed. So they're getting their final warm-ups in. As you can see, the bricks are falling, as Chris just mentioned. We're going to go brick by brick in this one. So, players, let me go over the rules real quick as you get your final warm-ups in. Hopefully you're tuned in and listening. We're going to play a best of 5, level 18 all the way, just like they do at the CTWC. And you will get your shot to try to beat each other. First to 3 will win. In case we have some internet issues, as kind of experiencing on my end a little bit. It's okay. Just keep playing, and we'll sort it out once everything comes back through. Don't feel like you're being hindered. Just try to play it all the way, and then once you hear either I've called a top out, or if you have topped out, then we'll sort it out at the end there. If you are ready to go, all you got to do is can do what we call hover 3. Chris knows hover 3 very well nowadays.
I learned something this year. Hover 3, kids.
Hover 3, yeah.
You'll jump to your level select screen, hover the cursor over level 3, and then we'll know you're ready to go.
Exactly. Hover 3 means that you are ready to go. If that's the case, most certainly we want to see that. Otherwise, you could also type ready in the chat like the old school days. That's fine, too. Nothing wrong with that.
That are ready from Frank, it looks like.
Yep. So, David, if you're ready, either you can type it in the chat or use your cursor to move over the level 3 selection. We call that a hover 3. And he goes with the ready in the chat. That works for me, too.
You like typing?
Hey, that's fine with me. Chris, it's time, I guess, right? Let's do it. Count it down.
Let's get it on in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. See, David did the hover 3 and the chat. He's double ready.
He's double ready. Yeah, let's go.
How do they do it in Fresno?
They're very prepared out there.
I mean, it used to be the raisin capital of the world, but times have changed. Away we go. Maybe?
Any moment, yep. We might need to have Frank lower his settings after this one. So, guys, you can go ahead. If you're playing already, go ahead. It's fine. We'll catch up. Don't you worry. We'll be caught up.
Yep, there it is. I see a Frank screen. I see a David screen. Going for a column 3 well to start. I like it.
Yeah, very Quaid-esque, wouldn't you say?
We'll see how he moves it around, but that's definitely how he would start out. Obviously, the traditional complaint is that you burn a lot of lines using the center roll strategy by moving that center roll around. But if you practice it enough, that's not necessarily the case. But now we're working. It looks like a Jenga piece that kind of slid out there, and that row 6, row 5 there. So David's going to have a little bit of cleanup work. And Frank,
noticing on Frank's board, he had like 12 S's and 2 long bars. It's finally kind of started to work its way to catch up. So he's got like 7.
I see 126 through 35, whereas David finally gets the column 3 Tetris there, gets on the board with the second Tetris, and now he's at 62,000. So he's got his work cut out for him. He's got a clean board. And Frank will be in and out of here, and we'll kind of have magical jumps in his score, and we'll see how this works out. Oh, Frank. David getting a little spicy already. Handles it like a champ. Everybody in here knows the disadvantage of the left well. It requires an extra tap to get a line piece over. But if you can max out with that, then that means you have supreme dash control and are a great stacker. Because you can't let things get out of control. That you have that less time, so that just proves your ability with the dash technique.
Yeah, which we just saw in the last match with Tuki and Jeff, that it can be pure poetry at times, and most certainly can be the death of many early on.
Well, I watched those promos. Poetry in the word I'd say after watching that part, but it was a fun match to watch for sure.
Indeed. Frank's at 269. Hey now, of course. David looking to keep up. He's at 126.
That true? Is Frank one off the bottom with the cutoff of this stream there? Oh, I guess not. There we go. It's good. That's what I get for reading chat and believing it. 318 to 195. Frank's turned this into a pretty good game here. This is pretty good pace. He was once the world record holder in the original 1990 NWC cartridge.
And that's what I wanted to ask you, Chris. Yes, in the video that we played, the video package, it was mentioned Adam had said that Frank had won the 2016 tournament. I guess that was a side event at the CTWC?
Yeah, either a side event or, yeah, that was, I wasn't at 2016, but they had an NWC competition. And at that point, that's a different game because it starts at level 0. It's not and also if you can manipulate the pieces and the RNG. So Frank is a definite expert in that game. Different skill set, but you'd have to have some Tetris chops, obviously, to be good at that game. Current record holder, I believe, is Mega Retro Man.
Correct. Yeah, at over 5 million points.
We had that competition with D'Lo, but it was last year. Man, that was crazy. Oh, David's going to top out at 220.
Tough break for David right there. He got a little aggressive on that center. It looked like he didn't want to close up the well with a burn to kind of bring it down a little bit and try to go for some tucks, and things just kind of fall apart. And that'll do it. Frank at 421 is going to be good for game number 1. So GG's on that side there.
And that's tournament Tetris. If you know you're behind by that much, you adjust your game and get a little more aggressive. I mean, why not? You're behind by that much.
Correct.
Now we'll adjust to more internets here.
So once Frank, you're good. Once you get the message, you are good for game number 1. We're also gonna, Frank, I'm gonna ask if you can just lower your settings. I was hoping the 720 would be fine, but currently that's not gonna work. If we're gonna bring you down to the 480, that would be best, please. Thank you.
The less P, the better.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'll be here all week.
Wouldn't be a bad thing if you're hanging out all week, but we gotta get some rest.
That'd be fun. That was fun back in the summer. I hope we'll do it again next year.
Indeed. So yeah, Frank, if you could do me a favor, I know Frank says he's ready to go. If you could actually just adjust settings, because that's just not working for me. So if you remember, we were doing that yesterday. All you gotta do is just cut your stream. You're gonna end stream and then just change the resolution setting to the 480 that I showed you yesterday. Then that should be able to bring everything back up. We should be able to get the stream okay. Yes, Frank, if you could, that'd be wonderful. So, Chris, while we wait for Frank to change his setting for us, because it's a moment to talk. It's so good that we get to see some of these old CTWC players come back. You know, David has been streaming a little bit more recently, and it's good to see him. We got intrigued with Left Well. We got to see Anna last year, kind of wowed the crowd with the Left Well style. And now David maybe thinking about making the comeback. He's thinking about it. Wouldn't it be nice to see him bring that?
I mean, and that's going to happen. The longer this goes on, people are going to get tired, and then they're going to drop for a bit, and then they're going to come back and hopefully rejuvenated and keep playing. And even if you aren't in contention for a championship or won't make the gold bracket, it's nice to have a variety of players. We don't want, a monoculture of one group of people playing this game. We like to think of ourselves as a big open community with lots of play styles, lots of ages, lots of regions around the world. So the more the better. And if you got to take a break, take your break and come back, and we'll be happy to have you back once you come back.
Indeed. All right, so it looks like it's coming in a little bit better. So hopefully we'll get better blocks falling down. Frank is ready to go. David has the hover 3, means that he's ready to go. So he doesn't have to use the chat. We're going to count him down. We'll have game number 2 coming up in 3, 2, 1. Tetris, let me give Frank his first crown. We didn't do that.
Important details there.
They are very important details.
So Pumpy's in chat. We saw that he was 0-7 in CTWC play. Has he got a win in any other organized event, ELO or otherwise? I would like to know that.
No, unfortunately. Pumpy and I were kind of going over that. So when I made the tail of the tape, Frank is 0-8. He's 0-7 at CTWCs. He's lost in the first round each time he's gone out. And then he did go to a qualifier, I think in 2018, and lost in the first round there as well.
So Frank has the head start while we're waiting for David to get started here.
Oof. And Frank's off to a really rough start. There we go.
So we're gonna do like back and forth here. So, there it is.
Yeah, I just need to refresh.
David takes the game 2 there. That's an unconventional win, but we'll take it.
I'll take it. Yeah. So David, you're good. Early top out from Frank there. Another Tetris for David to go to 68,000. He's good. Frank has topped out at 27,000. Nice little smile on Frank though. You gotta love that, Chris. He's smiling. He's like, it's all right. We'll give one back.
I gotta increase the drama. What was once a best of 5 is a best of 3, right? Something like that. Where's your catchphrases?
So somebody made that up. Yeah, I don't know who.
Yeah.
Maybe some wise man, I guess. If you want to call him
some wise guy, wise man, depending on your perspective. And we'll get to hear some more catchphrases once we pass the game after this game. But let's do game 3 first.
Correct. So David has topped out. Chris, let me know if they're ready to go. I know David's been using the hover 3, so I'll be able to see that.
Okay. Watching chat. Hover 3 from David.
And
Frank is ready.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah. Teamwork, baby.
Teamwork makes the dream work. And in 3, 2, 1 Tetris, we'll get ourselves a crucial game 3. And we can watch. Let's see the CTWC veterans go at it.
David is in a very, very comfy looking chair there.
Oh yeah, no, he definitely has an excellent chair. He's got a really nice vibe in the room. He's got like a very cool setting there. It's cool blue, and it looks nice.
Yeah. Frank looks like he's in front of a chalkboard in like a high school lab or something.
He could be cooking up long bars.
Yeah. Tension vibes there. Not really. David's a little frozen back up. Now he's back again. Again, setting the left well. It's whatever you're comfortable with. I mean, points all score the same.
So early days here. 22,000 for David. 53,000 for Frank. Frank will add another Tetris to go to 76. David's going to be behind a little bit. But that's okay. This is Tetris Friendlies. No ELO on the line. Just mostly bragging rights, right? So all you gotta do is just play your game. Just play your typical game that you want to PB on.
I got the bell ready. You get that live. You get that live million points. The bell's coming out. No expectations, but think everybody wants to hear it.
Yeah, and surprisingly tonight, Chris, only I think one max out so far. Back in the first match we saw, Somalian captain max out the game, I believe.
And you had Huff, you had Hydrant Dude play. No, Hydrant Dude he was commentating, but you had some heavy hitters on here. So a little surprising though, lack of max outs. Competition Tetris is different than playing for PBs on your own stream.
Exactly. Actually, Huff did max out in the last game.
Did he get a max out? That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, he went to level 31. That's right.
Oh, that's right. That crazy game that for him was a disappointment. He didn't get to 55.
He did get to level 52 once, which was an outstanding achievement. That's a meme I have, so I'm appreciated he did it. Nice adjustment from David. With
Oh,
that
yeah,
S
like
square.
that with a... Yep. You're such a pro king. You already know what I was going to say right before I said it.
Yeah. Well, I have the advantage on my side of the OBS. I think I'm like half a second ahead of you because of course the upload to that on the screen share. 164 to 170. I think we can safely say we got some necks happening here, Chris.
Let's go. First neck of the night for me. There they are.
The neck alert is out. So much fun to watch David with this left. It's so polar opposite of what we see all the time, Chris, as commentators when we're watching, X amount of matches all through the year.
And he's playing it perfectly. He's keeping it mostly too wide to the far left. So any piece can go into the too wide well, obviously, if there's a problem. I mean, I know everybody watching here, they don't need the basics from me, but about a Tetris lead here for Frank.
244 to 285.
Maybe the nerves have been kicked to the curb now for both players, and we got a good game going.
You got to shake off. Maybe there's a little bit of nerves, right? I think definitely game one for David. It's his first game in an actual match. He hasn't played in 6 years. That definitely has some weight to it. Just had to get that first game jitters out of the way. And
you tighten up.
Yeah, and then he got a gift in game 2, so he knows he's guaranteed at least 2 more games to play.
Holiday season, gifts are nice. Frank dealing with one piece of trash. We'll clean that out. We'll see how David handles this. So he's going to go ahead and open up his left well again. And it'll get really fun here if we get the transition for both players.
Yeah, we're almost at the Joey Parker turn. 94 lines in, 311 for David, 343 for Frank. So, nice close game.
Right where you want to be.
We're going to get some nice 19 action, perhaps, as we are looking for that. Frank's going to set up maybe a J for a double. That would be ideal, but the long bar will come instead. Now he's got a column 9 worked up. David, meanwhile, still going with that left well. He doesn't stray from that. And even plays it on the 19-2, Chris, which is very,
nice.
Very tough. Now here's the disadvantage that people talk about. You see he's got kind of a situation there. He's waiting for maybe a T to come and help, but like maybe if you were looking for an S to kind of burn in that situation, you can't use it on the left because it doesn't spin that way.
That's right. So Frank has been working on this column 9 well, and with 3 high in column 10, he's either got to burn a piece or burn a full extra line piece to maintain to be Tetris ready.
411 to 430. David is waiting for this long bar to come.
Ooh, he's being aggressive.
He really needs a long
Keeping
bar.
that open. And he's going to top out.
It's not going to come. Yeah, terrible drought there for David. At 411, finishes him. And at 435, Frank was getting to some 19 trouble. Misdrop immediately. It's going to held. Look at that. One Tetris difference here, Chris. Makes it all in Frank's favor. 2-1 on his end. GG's.
David was playing aggressive again. You figure that's his personality. He likes to push it. Like, he could have burned down that stack at any point. Decided to keep it open, keep it open, keep it open, and then a missed drop, and it was over.
So break there. It was a very good game 3. We were looking close to transition. But again, that's sometimes the difficulty when you're having a well like that being maintained. There's just not too many burn options, and he had to cover it anyway. No long bar for the relief regardless.
I also think that might be the counter action. You know, you're, like I said earlier, when you're in competition, you tighten your game up, like naturally. Your brain, your muscles tighten up slightly. You start to overthink just slightly, and then to overcompensate that, you might get a little more aggressive than you typically do. So lots of minor adjustments you got to make, from transferring from playing at home for fun, playing in a tournament live in front of a couple hundred viewers. I don't have the number in front of me, but it is a difference. Listen to us ramble on about crap.
Imagine rambling.
Yeah,
All right, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. They are underway. Yeah, you know, well, you're a good rambler. Let's put it that way.
I'm an okay rambler. I've been worse. Appreciate the chance to ramble.
Of course. And who else would I want to ramble with when we have players like these going at it? So David will get his start in a moment. Frank has already begun. 22,000 in the books for Frank.
Good start. Got Josh Tolles in the chat. How you doing, sir?
Yeah, he's happy to see good old Frank in action. See if we can give David a little push here. Looks like he's about to start. There we go.
All right. In honor of Josh, I think next Tetris here. David already starting off the column 4 there. A little interesting. That'll take a few burns. Boom shakalaka Tetris for Frank. That's in honor of Josh. So as David is at disadvantage match point, he's going to have to get this clean now if he wants to get back in this game and get back in the match as a whole. It's not panic worthy, but there's losing a lot of pace. Meanwhile, Frank getting a little interesting here. We'll open up the Tetris well in column 8. Gets the weird, dirty Tetris. But he's ahead 121-19.
Yeah, basically about 100,000
David
point
Vulich.
difference. Yeah, 100,000 point difference as becomes a little difficult. David not getting off to the best of starts, but he's back into his comfort zone with a left well, and there's the Tetris. 50,000 for David, 147 for Frank. About a 5-line difference between the two.
David decided to burn down at the very last second, then the line piece of the next piece, and he couldn't readjust, but he did make it work. Ooh, nice fill in there.
Are you surprised he didn't take Tetris first to bring this down?
I mean, that's why he plays his game and I play my game, and he's a better player than me.
Yeah, and then he got rewarded for that nice fill, and he got 2 long bars right away. 98,000 to 194. Frank's still having a nice 100,000 point edge, but David's starting to get things under control. And still plenty of time in this one. We're only not even 50 lines in on David's side yet. Anything can happen.
Frank getting a little mountainous in the middle. Gonna clear that with the T. Ooh, are we gonna get dirty setup for David Vulich? Dirty Tetris in column 8. 5 rows up.
And there's a dirty triple to add on top of that. Gets the well open. Eat your heart out, Anna D. Oh.
Frank's setting up a bridge. He'll get this cleaned out, but that's going to cost him some pace and time. Here's your flat burn for you, King.
Very nicely done. Meanwhile, David on the left side here trying to work out. He gets the well open. Nice job. Honestly, that if you're watching that was really great mastery of Das. David was just making some adjustments there to accommodate for the board. You see, he does another adjustment because he saw the L coming, had no good placements for any of those. So take a hole, but at least he has a manageable board to fill Meanwhile, we got Frank on the right. 263 for Frank.
Ooh,
211
set up
for
here.
David. Another one, yeah. Let's see if we can get it.
Going a little aggressive here. Might pay off, it might not. Now he's going double. No, he's going to open that back up. Oh, and the line comes one piece too late, but he is clean. Well, not quite clean. We got dueling the suffer games. David Vulich going to get the center world Tetris in column 5 to clean up his board. Only down to Tetris now, so this has become a game again.
David at 241, Frank at 278.
We got NGC man calling it the Vulich well. I'm all right with this for this match for sure.
Yeah.
Look at this. Now, as soon as I say that, he's going to go right well.
Nicely done.
Play both ways. Switch hitter.
Okay, now.
He's going to stay over there.
And look at that. We got an almost even score. David is up 700 points, just about 291 to 291.
Oh, this is fun.
Now we got ourselves a game.
Tetris for Frank. He's going to maintain that column too.
Meanwhile, David's still working on that right side.
What?
300,000.
Did you flip the mirror? Are we in mirrored mode, Kingsman? Did you do something with OBS?
Not on my end, no. It's all the magic of David Vulich. He's a magician. He's showing you, Chris, that it doesn't matter what well you want to play. I can do them all. So he's a max out player. It's vibing.
Yep.
347 for David, 351 for Frank. Got a nice tight game 4. We're looking to try to get to our first decider of the night. We haven't had one at all. We've had either, all matches have gone to 4.
David recognizing the moment with transition coming, gets it burned down. Still might be in a little bit of trouble here if the pieces need to agree with him. Very dependent on lines. That was a Tetris. My
Tetris.
God. Wow.
David Vulich went dirty for that one. He's playing at the speed he likes. He loves 19. Look at that lumbar flat. He's trying to get this left side figure out. Oh, man. Look at David go.
Yeah, both players are getting through this garbage 19 play. Player that gets back to base and scores again will take this game 4.
David at 408, Frank at 398. It comes down to who makes the first. It's going to come down to who makes the first mistake here, Chris.
Little burn shell situation for David, not quite getting to the bottom. Finally does. Let's see where he sets up his well now. Will he maintain that column 2? He's going to go. Oh, he's going to go right well now. That was a deliberate decision, and Frank's in trouble. 3 pieces of cheese all over the place. This is the chance for David. That Tetris is going to put him ahead 2 Tetrises now.
Look at Frank take it out, though. 416, 417. We're on level 23. David is looking real sharp. 487. He's taking a good lead, and he's got a nice clean board. Frank's. Frank, there you go. That's going to be the hanger rank, Chris. And that looks like it'll probably do it.
But that'll do it.
I was
David Vulich.
Let him go. Keep going, David.
Mulling this out.
You can mull it out because game 4 is no more. David will take it. He'll tie it up. And Chris, finally, we'll get our first decider of the night. Jeez.
I'll take all the credit for this. No.
You should.
I got 600K here. Little sawtooth now, so we'll see him clean this part up. Look how smooth his 19 is, though.
Yeah, definitely. when he's been streaming, Chris, and we've watched him, he plays pretty much 19 only. He does some 18s a little bit just so people could check it out, but for the most part, he's been doing 19s. It's like his preferred level of play. And what a nice way to tie it up. Frank says he feels like Scott Obozo.
Sitting back in the couch with the 70s couch.
Pumpy's letting him know, just RNG manip, you'll win.
Yeah, why not?
All right, hover 3 from David means he's ready to go. Frank on Twitch, known as Riz1010, is ready. Chris, please, the honors are yours. Got him down.
All right, Decider in 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
The fantastic finale is about to get underway.
Either one of these players are going to be content with 2 crowns. They want 3 crowns. They want that W.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of the scenario here, Chris. You've got the young man on the left there. He is looking for the W, his first one in 6 years in a competitive match. And you got the gentleman on the right who is trying to win his first competitive match ever.
Good feeling to get off the schneid. Even if, I finally got off the schneid this year beating Chris Forrest.
This is true, yeah. I was so happy to be there for it.
As silly as it sounds, it really takes a load off you. So early on, David Vulich stacking very high for left well. Turns it all the way down. And Frank standing up that S piece. Won't get the Tetris because of it, but he's back to safety. A little frisky on both sides.
But both have weathered the storm for now. David going to take that safety triple with a J. And of course the lumbar will come, but he'll use it flat since the well is blocked at the moment. 43,000 for David. 64,000 now for Frank as he slams the Tetris.
A perfect sloping board for David Vulich. Gets the left well Tetris. Immediately back to Tetris ready again. And the fortunate RNG for Frank. Look at that. Do you talk about RNG manip? They don't come any better than that. My lord.
Man, it's like he willed the pieces to work in his favor. Tetris for Frank will go to 112. David's at 114 as we rage on in this decider. One man will... Someone's going to end a streak at some point. Someone's going to get their first win in 6 years. Another player might get their first win ever. And here we go. There you can see there's a tucking situation that just makes it difficult. You had to wait for maybe an L, but he did some really good burns, did David, on that side, Chris. Very impressive.
Yeah, like you said, it's so much more difficult. You can't spin over on that side. So you can't set up the intentional gap and fill in a piece there later. But his stacking has been great on 18 tonight. Really just that one early top-out game has been the only blemish for somebody who hasn't played competitively in this long. Frank with the slight, he didn't misdrop. He didn't quite get it the piece right where he wanted to drop it. This is going to give David the chance to broaden his lead if he gets the line piece. There he goes. 204 to 181, a 1 Tetris difference. As we approach the halfway point. Got somebody in chat suggesting maybe we change the graphics when it's a decider. Maybe have some boss music, perhaps. What?
I'll make a note for the 2022 Friendlies editions.
We do have a budget, I'm sure, but that'd be kind of cool. But not even the big boys at CTWC, have a graphic about deciders or anything like that. So we could be the innovators.
Perhaps, yeah. I'll take a look at the financial forecast in 2022. 300,000 for David, 215 for Frank. 80 lines in for Frank, 85 for David. So again, another tight, close game, Chris. Exactly what I want to see, man. I'm really impressed. I'm really impressed. The nerves for these guys have kind of waned away, and now they're playing the way that we know they can play.
Nice to see this go all the way to 29, but right now both are on good pace. David has the about a 3 Tetris lead and some change. Make that 4 now, but both boards are clean as we approach the 100 line turn. Face cams, both players are pretty stone-faced, not displaying a lot of emotion. Totally into the game at the moment.
Totally understandable. There's a lot. As much as we talk about friendlies as exhibition matches, there's a lot on the line here. It's bragging rights to go about. You know, both guys want to feel good about their competitive play, as maybe they start thinking about where they want to head into in 2022. Would love to see David play a lot more matches. Beautiful J-Tuck on that left side for David. 404 for him. Good adjustment with L. 354.
Ooh, Frank. A little spicy here. Will fill in the gap. I probably shouldn't have got that loud, but
no, you're fine. You're fine. But he's going. He's going aggressive here.
Oh, one off again. That's like the 3rd or 4th time this match when the crazy Tetris setup was there and they had to pass it up right when the line piece was coming.
Yeah, but Frank is doing the right thing. He's playing it safe because he knows transition's looming. Both players are going to get there. What a way to end this one, Chris. Tetris for Frank. He's got 4 lines left. Yeah. Vulich has transitioned at 5:01. Nice score for him.
What a transition.
We're off and running. This is where David kind of like turns another switch on, and he's ready to go. Frank has transitioned too at 400,000. About 100,000 point difference. Let's go, Chris. It's time. Who's going to win it?
Decider transition. Let's go. David did have the missed drop right in early on in level 19. It's that speed adjustment. It affects even the best players. Frank is looking to close that gap. Gets one touch. Oh!
Definitely some issues here on
David's
David's
hanging
side.
that elbow. That's going to be tough at 19. Gets the square. Pieces are coming.
Oh
Frank's got some work, though, even if David doesn't get out of this.
Look at the survival from David.
Look at this.
Brick by brick, Bidwell. He's doing it.
Love it.
Interesting burn from David. And indecisive on where the T was going to go. He's done at 526.
This is not a gimme for Frank Westphal. He needs a 527.
Thank you, Pumpy. 526, 550 is David's final score. So let's see if Frank can do it. He's on 22. This is a line-out situation.
It's low, it's possible, but we've seen crazy things happen in this game. We don't know how it's going to end up. The column 8 Tetris is open. He will get that. That'll make that significantly easier now. David Vulich has nothing to be ashamed of, no matter what the result here. It's been a great re-debut. But as I say that, this is some spice right here.
Again, 526.
10,000 points.
You need to get to 527.
I don't know if he's going to get it.
Yeah.
Oh! 6,000 point difference.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Oh, Heartbreak City.
I got to see David's face.
W was 6,000 points away and couldn't get it.
Oh. Tough break for Frank Westphal. He was just 5,000 points short of coming through.
Lucy took the football away again.
Unbelievable, says the Leftwell legend. He can't believe it. He's smiling there, Chris. He's laughing. He's like, I can't believe I got away with that one, but David Vulich survives game number 5. And he
You see
will
there-
take the game of the match. GG's.
You see there on Frank's board, that was his high score of his session. So he didn't give it up for sure. That wasn't a throw. That wasn't a bad game. That was peak for his day. So GG's all around. Let's see that winner scene.
Yeah, we're going to head on over there. Let's transition quickly.
We have an empty chair. Oh, there he is.
He's coming right back in time. There he is, the Leftwell legend, David Vulich. Brick by brick, baby. He's done it. He gets in the win column. First time in 6 years. He returns to Classic Tetris competitively. Takes on his former foe from the CTWC, Frank Westphal, and gets the win once more. Outstanding play. What a dig he had on that game fight. You know, not for nothing, Chris, that dig survival he had might have been the difference because he was able to get extra points there that maybe if he just topped down and said, you know what, I can't do it, Frank would have taken it.
You could kind of get a feel if people were panicking, and I didn't get that panic sense when he was in trouble. He knew he could dig that out. He kept going. He was about halfway up the board, got it down in time. What a tremendous game. That's tournament Tetris for you. Playing at home, you're probably resetting that garbage game, letting it top out, but David just pushed all the way through, and what a finish.
Exactly. The Leftwell legend, baby. Welcome back to Classic Tetris, sir. I'm hoping that we get to see you more and more, as well as you, Frank. You guys, definitely a great match tonight, without question. 5 games, giving us a show. Love it. Worthy of double main event status. GG's to both of you.
Yeah, definitely need a rematch of these two.
We'll set it up right now.
Book it, Vince. Let's go.